today I'm going to share with you some questions that you should ask the school that you're applying to when you're looking for a job, whether it's South Korea, Japan, Thailand, China, anywhere. Also, this could be used for like Costa Rica, anywhere in the world, but probably not in the U.S. because some of these questions are kind of like, they'll look at you like you're crazy if you ask if your housing is paid in the U.S. Don't ask that. Okay, so I decided to post all of these questions on my blog, so the link to my blog will be in the description box. So that makes it a little bit easier if you're, because I make so many videos, it gets lost in all the other videos, these types of videos that you might want to come back to. So all of these questions will be on my blog, or you can add this to your favorites so you can go back to it, because I think these question videos are better than like my ice cream of the day videos, because information. Okay, so question number 1. Actually, you're probably wondering where I got these questions from. Okay, so before coming to Korea, I got my TESOL certificate, and which I'm very proud of. What was I gonna say? Okay, so I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions asking where I got my TESOL certificate. You can get your TESOL certificate in class or online. And of course, me being the online student that I am, decided to go online to get my certificate because I love online education. So, the link to, not the link, but the website that I got my TESOL certificate is linguaedge.com, and I'll put that in the description box as well. If I forget this, just leave me a comment, say, what's the website, because sometimes I forget. So yeah, and then I'm going to also get asked, should I get my TESOL certificate? My answer is yes, because while some places in the world don't require a certificate, a certificate is better than no certificate. Like, if there's 2 people applying for the job and one person has a teaching certificate, my mouth is always watering, a teaching certificate and the other person doesn't, I'm sure if the other person has other qualifications that make them better, they'd get picked over the one who does. But obviously, the one with the teaching certificate becomes a little more qualified just by having the certificate. So I think it's kind of common sense that you should probably get a teaching certificate if you can. Okay, so I'm moving on to these questions. I have these questions in a list of 11 questions, but within each question is like another question. So number 1, what is the teaching schedule? How many hours are you working? So yeah, it's good to know what hours you're working. Also, I added, are there any camps throughout the year that are optional or required? Because you don't want to go there and think, oh, I'm working this many hours a week, and then find out, oh, in the summertime you have to teach a camp. Or, oh, in the wintertime there's a camp. Because in Asia there's winter camps and summer camps and things like that. Because students pretty much go to school all the time, and they're always learning some English. So, yeah, you don't want to get surprised thinking that, oh, I'm going on vacation, but then you actually find out you have to teach a camp. So find out what your schedule is, your hours, and if there's optional or required camps. Number 2 is preparation time. How many hours am I required to take to preparing for the class? Some schools require you to stay at school and prepare for your class for a certain amount of hours every week or every day. And my school actually does not require me to come in early and prepare for my class or stay late and lesson plan. I actually can do that at my house, or stay optional. It's optional if I stay at school and prepare. But some schools actually have a set amount of time that they want you to spend at school outside of your teaching hours preparing for your class. So ask them what are your hours that they want you to prepare, preparation time. Let's see. How many courses will be required to teach? And is there a set curriculum? So you want to know how many hours are being spent in class teaching, and if there's a set curriculum that you have to teach in those classes. I myself do not have a set curriculum. I can actually go off of what other teachers are teaching in their class and have like a review in my class, or I can teach whatever I want, which is great. Class size. More than 15 students makes the curriculum tough. And this is pretty much true because in my classes, they range from like 12 students to 15 students. Sometimes it can be about 10 students. And I find that anything more than 15, like right now, my class is perfect. Anything more, I'd probably go crazy. And I had a friend who taught like 30 students at once, and it was very difficult for him. It was difficult to play games because there were so many students in the class that it's hard to get control of the class. So many students talking at once and to get their attention. And then to organize a game with so many students is very difficult. So more than 15 students is tough. So find out what your class size is for each class on average. Also, curriculum materials. This is number 4. Is there a set curriculum or main text that is used? So for me, there's not really a main text. My program, there's a talk textbook, which pretty much no one uses. But my school does not really make me use a specific text. However, it is provided if I want to use a text. And it's pretty much just the text from their regular classes, not really a text that is specified for myself. So you want to know if there's a specific curriculum like material. Number 5 is teaching aids. Are visual aids provided, like slides or puppets or whatever you might use for your class? You want to find out, are there visual aids that are provided or materials that you can use? Also, number 6, and about visual aids, you want to find out how much, or if it's possible, if you need visual aids, how much money is spent on your supplies. So maybe you need something for a project that your class is doing. Would that be provided to you, or would you have to use that money out of your own pocket? Number 6, teacher resources. Is there a library with resource books? Is there a computer with internet access for teachers inside and outside of the classroom, including other things such as printers and copy machines? So there are computers in like the main teaching area for like in the principal office and stuff for myself, along with the printer and a copy machine. All of these things are provided and available for me. I can use the computer, I can print, I can make copies of worksheets, everything that I need anytime that the school is open. Also in my classroom, I have a computer, internet access, there's a screen that I can use to teach from. Everything is there, it's great, minus the touch screen, because my students are always touching on it and changing the screen, and that's very frustrating. Let's see, teacher resources. Yeah, it's very nice if you have those resources like printer, copy machine, and computer in your classroom and outside of the classroom. Number 7, student body. This kind of sounds funny, but who are the students and why are they studying English? There are many reasons to be studying English. Some of the students might not even be low level. Some of them might be high level. Some of them might be aiming to do a certain career in the future. Some of your students might be not students like young students. Maybe they're in high school or college. Are they studying to go into a specific field, or are they being forced to study? This question actually is very important because it tells you if your students actually are interested in learning or if they're being forced to learn and don't want to be there. So if you find out who the student body is and why they're learning English, you kind of get a feel for if they're actually interested in learning and are going to be present, or if they're just going to not listen to you during class and not be interested in the language. So, yeah. Number 8, benefits. Are there medical benefits, paid vacations, and holiday bonuses, travel reimbursements? What about free classes? Was that right? Oh, what about free classes in the local language and culture? So, what benefits are there besides your salary? Do you get medical benefits, or in that area, if you don't get medical benefits, is the price or cost for health care inexpensive? Also, do you get paid during vacations, or what about holiday bonuses, or things like that? Do you get reimbursed for your ticket, or will they pay for your flight in advance to the country that you're going to? Most schools in Korea will pay for your flight to and from Korea, so it's great if you can find a school that pays for that, because that's like extra money in your pocket already because you're saving on your trip. What about free classes in the local language and culture? If you are coming to or going to a place that speaks a whole complete different language, which probably you are if you're teaching English, like if you're going to Japan, maybe you want to learn Japanese, or if you're coming to Korea, maybe you want to learn Korean or learn about the Korean culture. And if your school will pay for classes in that language, or learn about the culture, or music, or dance, or something, that's like an extra bonus. So find out if they will pay for little things like that. Number 9, living accommodations. Is housing free, or does the school or program offer assistance in finding a place if housing isn't offered? Most places, which is great in Asia, is they pay for your housing. And the one thing that sucks is I would love to go to Costa Rica, or actually almost any Spanish-speaking country, especially Spain, but most of those countries don't offer housing reimbursement or pay for your housing. But the great thing about Asia is they actually, most schools will pay for your housing. And if you can't find a school that will pay for your housing, you can actually ask them if they will help you find a place at least. That way you can settle in a little more easily instead of trying to find a place on your own. So ask your school to offer to help find a place that's available for you. Living accommodations. Okay, number 10, visa requirements. Find out what the visa requirements are and if the school will pay for your fees. For myself, with my program, the school didn't pay for my fees. I came in a program, so I don't think most places pay for your fees, but you can find out, because that's an extra thing that you won't have to pay for. Let's see. And by fees, I mean like the whole process of getting your visa, like getting your fingerprints and stuff like that. That wasn't paid for. Okay, salary is number 11 and the last thing. What is the salary, and is the pay the same even on school vacations? So sometimes, like for 1 month you're out of school and you want to find out, make sure, am I paid for during this time that we're on vacation? And just the basic question, how much is the pay? So those are my questions, and I hope this helped. All of these will be available on my blog, so I'll post the links in the description box. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and if you have any other questions that you want to add to this list, just post them in the comment section so other people can see it. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!